Hello, this is Mitch. I'm going to be offering my book review of Lynn Flewelling's Luck in the Shadow, book one of the Night Runner series. I would give it a 7 out of 10 for the first book. I just finished it today, and it was good. It was really good. The reason I gave it a 7 out of 10 was because I have a lot of problems with world building. It's and backstory and, lore. I have a lot of problems with that in books. I find it's very easily overwhelming for me, and there was a lot of it in this book, but that's okay. I don't judge it or think any less of it. I just couldn't enjoy it completely fully. I found myself kind of unfocusing my eyes to skim through the pages of some lore. Like there were times when, Sarah would be talking with Alec for long spans of a couple pages, and I would be like, okay, alright, so this guy, okay, next page. Okay, next page. There we go, okay. After, because, I got the gist of everything, like, after the first couple of, like, introductions of backstory and history of the world. That being said, Lynn Flewelling has created an entirely new world. It's completely new, and she's even so kind as to offer us a map of the area, which is great. You really, it's pretty good. You see everything there needs to be. It's a very nice map. Well done, Virginia Nori, for designing that map. The training of Alec was very nicely done. There was a lot of smiles on my face when I referred to his lack of swordplay. And Sarah had trouble teaching Alec how to use the sword. And Sarah was able to swallow his, kind of, I guess, like, swallow his pride, so to speak. He'd be like, oh, it's me that you can't learn. That's why, so we'll get you a different teacher. I really like the characters, and I'm very excited to continue on to the next book, Stalking Darkness, to see how the relationship develops, because there's definitely a hint to a possible romance between Alec and Sarah. I just love that. I love same-sex romances in books because I just find them so romantic. I found myself constantly surprised by the characters and learning things about Sarah and why he is the way he is and what he is, and Alec. And Alec doesn't have as much of a past because he's young. He's 16, and so he doesn't have the experience that Sarah is much older than Alec is, but you don't know that. And I will offer a spoiler, so prepare. Sarah is a race of people in this world, and I don't know how to pronounce it particularly, but it's like Aurafine, and they are, like, they're a long-lived people. They live for a few centuries, from my understanding, and Sarah is actually about 50-something, and but among his people, he's like Alec's age. He's a youth, and but there's like this, like, once, and Alec discovers this for himself. Like he puts 2 to 2 together, and he comes to the conclusion that Sarah is this long-lived race, and because Alec is actually quite clever and smart, so it's really interesting, and I really liked it, and I've already started Stalking Darkness, so of course I will be doing a book review on that. And I just kind of said screw it, and I bought all of the other books in the series, including the short stories that Lynn Flewelling has put together for her books, and I'll be doing a review of all the books in the series. And I would recommend that you check out this series, at least the first book. Get accustomed to the world and the characters, and hopefully you can get drawn in like I did. And yeah.